Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Lego Indiana Jones, the original trilogy. So I'm going to go quiet for a second and just see if you can hear the sound of my CPU with both the CPU fan and the GPU fan at maximum. So I'm going to give you just 30 seconds of that and keep that in mind. Okay, I'm not really going to give you 30 seconds of that. So I've turned it up as an experiment from performance. So my CPU was set to performance, not even normal. My GPU was set to automatic. So default settings or higher than default settings but I turned everything to maximum, 100%. Can't go any faster, can't make any more noise. And then I ran through escaping the mines, and now I have 8 million studs. Which means through that experiment, I can now just come over here and purchase the other score multiplier. The reason why I ran through that is because upon exiting, I wasn't really lagging. And throughout that level, playing that entire level, I lagged twice. And I was getting really afraid. I was like, uh-oh, maybe I have just been underclocking my computer to such a point. Let's get into the level Trouble in the Sky. That this really old game, this is like 8 years old, maybe? If I was just to pick a number, I would say this game is 8 years old, and for it to not run fine even on an underclocked PC still doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna leave it to you. Here, this will probably be the only level in which we actually play like this, unless I really find a massive difference. Now that we have a score multiplier of times 8, everything is multiplied by 384, which puts us in the perfect position. Let's see, we need to blow this. I guess that works. So yeah, I'm gonna get all the coins I need, so I really don't need to hold back and wait until I get score multiplier times 10. It would be nice, certainly, but as you can see, spending an extra million unlocking characters and the parcel detector and the artifact detector would better suit that. And there's no achievements or anything here to motivate me to try to get to a 10 billion. Only the first game has ever been proven to have like a hard maximum limit of studs. Everything else, you get up to 1 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion, 100 billion. I mean, I don't think I ever got up to 100 billion, but it certainly doesn't seem like there's a limit at all. And we just need to punch this guy a couple times and we'll get through the scene. And you saw a little bit of a lag there, but hardly anything we've seen up to this point. So it's also worth pointing out I turned on my ceiling fan, which to maximum, like, so the entire room is being cooled on top of the PC. My ceiling fan cycles. I cycle it between maximum and high and low all the time, though, because sometimes I'm hot, sometimes I'm cold. Alright. And see, I'm not going to try to manipulate it too much. I know the game still lags. And certainly we've seen it crashes, and certainly we've seen that it is not a demanding enough game to really justify a computer running at 100% fan speed on the GPU, because if it's on automatic on the GPU, it should be, it should decide when it needs to go up to the maximum. And see, I like to keep these things at automatic, and ideally I wouldn't recommend people even mess with your GPU or CPU fan speeds or anything like that, because it's, once you change it, all the problems become your fault. What am I doing? Like, I'm trying to turn the thing, but it's not turning. We know the VSync issue certainly isn't something that we've seen even in other Lego games. So on that element alone, this game is worse than an average Lego game. The sticky feet VSync issue that makes no sense. And the crashing when you turn VSync off makes no sense. But you know what we're not seeing is lagging. Now this also might not have anything to do with the fans. It really might. It may simply be a case of I exited out of the program and it takes the program a little while to get to that point. Alright, so we need 1245, which I got 1245, easier than I thought it would be. I really wasn't really trying to get to 1245, I was just spinning it. With this new ability, disarming people and having the characters drop studs, it's very intriguing idea. See, that looks like something, but I guess it's not. Let's just try to hurry here. So, score times 10, if it was 10 million, I've already got 11 million here. In this level. This allows us to start thinking about, well, do I need to really even pick up studs or play thoroughly, or can I just rush through the whole thing? Let's do the little hop. Start punching these guys. Get some more of these. 13 million. Look all around. See, if I had like a tractor or something that I was supposed to drive over that thing, that might make some sense. Do I have the parcel? No, I don't. So maybe I am supposed to. It is. And we get a lag. And I have never been so happy in my life to get a lag in a game. Maybe still we have to be impartial. Maybe this is not the most amount of lags we've seen, but it's still a lag, and that's what I was hoping to see. I would have been very embarrassed to find that it really was my computer settings somehow. And undoubtedly, many factors do seem to slightly affect this, but nothing seems to fix it. So maybe 40 years down the line, if I had a super quantum computer, something that was incredibly, incredibly powerful. You could just power out of this, and but frankly, I'm already kind of at the point where I should be able to power out of it. This feels like some kind of bug that's throwing in an extra million cycles. So I would need a million times more powerful processor than what I have now. To the point where the lag would still be there, technically, but nobody would be able to see it with the human eye because the processing would happen so fast. And there is a certain level in which CPUs, another lag, thank goodness, I'm so happy to have another lag. And see, if you are hearing any of the fan speed, I can kind of hear it. I've done some things to make it quieter. I have a pet fence thing. It's like a playpen that, well, yeah, it is a playpen for kids, but you can put pets in it too. That I use as a structural support, and then a thick quilt is over the playpen to dampen all the sound in that area. So there's no direct flow of air from my CPU to my microphone. It has to go up and over this quilt, which is kind of a poor man's soundproofing. I'd like to build an entire structure to enclose my CPU so it's even quieter, but it is a difficult thing to do because you also don't want to overheat your CPU. So I'd have to make something closer to like a lean-to, something where the heat could still and the air could still flow. Ideally, I would build a soundproof room in which I'm in and a control room in which the PC's in, and keep the two separate. That would work ideally, but that's certainly not something you can do on a budget. So now we need just one more, and with the score multiplier of 384, theoretically, when we get number 10 and get rewarded for getting number 10, we should get several, maybe a couple million extra studs. But we're already set. We're set for life. 21 million studs. I think we can purchase everything we wanted to purchase and be happy for that. Whatever the extra we just unlocked, whatever that red parcel is, will also help us out a little bit. Let's see. This. I got blown out of it. Interesting. And then it let me keep the process. I don't like how the music comes in and out. Particularly as a YouTuber, since there's a lot of content ID matches on all this music. It's like there's no option here. Well, I guess I could have turned the music off and not commented on the music and shown a very unrealistic representation of gameplay. But that's not something I would have done. Let's see. Let's run around as much as possible. And so we come over here and push that, and it fills with dust or something, and then it magically turns into Lego bricks. I don't like the implication there. That's an implication that like Lego bricks are made out of magical dust or something, and yeah, I don't think so. If they were gonna do something like that, they needed to show a full-on like injection molding process of plastic toys. But yeah, the fight music coming in and out is just way too frequently happening. It's indicative of the fact that the fights come in and out way too quickly. I don't think I can really deny, though, that this clearly seems like it's not lagging as much. So maybe we'll play the rest of the game with the fans as high as possible. If it fixes it a little bit, I'll take it. It's still not acceptable. It still doesn't solve anything, but I'll take any little bit that helps now in this time of desperation. Indy. There's Indy. Build that over here. I think he can just throw this over this way. And there's nothing over there to hit. So we're still looking for one gold brick. I'm jumping around. There's 0 Lego right now in the picture. It's 100% just animated stuff. All the way down that ramp. No Lego to be seen. Let's see. And I don't know what I want to do. I suppose I would like to finish this level. So I guess we'll just go to the end. Let's see, dig this up. See, this feels like this might be another one of these levels where we don't actually find the parcel. Well, if that, well, not the parcel, but the last artifact. Here we have what looks like an X marks the spot or something, but there's nothing there. Yeah, the music. Man, this music is great music, but it's still, at this level, just annoying. It's too bold. It's not the kind of music that you would hear in movies these days in 2017. It's too in your face. It's for a time gone by when you barely had dialogue in your action scenes, so you could just go for 20 minutes with a character running around or being chased and not say anything. Nowadays you don't have chase scenes like that. Usually it's a chase scene with at least 2 people getting chased. Alright, seems like there's a little surprise over here. 37. 38 million studs right now. That's interesting. It was 2 separate areas, both swimmable. Like, so there's a whole nother section over here where you can swim. Why am I breaking this? Why am I wasting my time? I should just hurry. Like, let's see. Lady. And hop. And hop. Yep, nothing in there. I thought there might be something in these silver barrels, but no. Nothing in them. Alright. 48 million. Work our way back over here. And I now believe I just need to climb up to where I'm supposed to be. Get this last flock of seagulls. Hopefully not fall there. Break that just in case that was something. And hop over here, and then that's the end of the level. Treasure magnet, great. So I can't really deny that's a lot less lagging. It really isn't. It is. So what can I say? Look, it also skipped about 40 million studs, adding to that. So interesting, the game was programmed to go, look, this would take an hour if we animated all of those studs. Now I'm at 63 million now. How many will I get when this explodes? 80. So almost 20 million, slightly less than 20 million. With the 3 multipliers: treasure times 2, treasure times 4, treasure times 6, and I believe treasure times 8. I think I have all 4 of them actually. So I'm only missing treasure times 10. And now things don't matter. So before we do this, look and see we're at 75.6. When we come over here and buy a treasure magnet for 100,000, and the game locks up. I'm glad it still locks up. As dumb as it sounds, I'd hate to have been 100% wrong here. I may be a little wrong. Certainly. I'm willing to admit that. But I don't want to take all the blame. Character treasures, artifact detector, fast build, fast dig, and super slap. So that puts us in the business of affording all of those. And we can come over here and turn on everything. Like, beep beep we really don't need on. We're still looking for one last fertilizer. We'll turn that on, and we'll turn on beep beep and ice rink and show it. Fast fix, super slap, fast dig, fast build, artifact detector, poo treasure. We'll leave poo treasure off for a second. Character treasure on. Regenerate hearts will turn on. Partial detector, disarm enemies, treasure times 8 on, and treasure magnet on. So here's the ice rink issue. I'm trying to walk forward and I'm just skating, so we don't want that. So we'll turn that off. So now we just walk in this area and you get 500,000 studs pretty easily. Most of these areas don't have anything in them though. And another lag, thank goodness. I might even be wrong about the game not lagging as much. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that's not the case either. And see, these are breaking and dropping a few studs, but not that many. This would have been a good area to grind, or allow the player to grind if necessary. So we still have 2 that are locked, but everything else, there's no reason not to purchase these characters. Finally, we found a librarian that would shush us. So here we go. Chin, Laoqing, Wuhan, Kaokan. I guess they're all different people. This guy. Is this guy actually a character in the Raiders of the Lost Ark? Somebody knows, let me see. I mean, I'm sure he is named in the script, but did somebody actually mention his name in the movie? So that unlocks all the characters to play as. Not that we're really going to do too much with them. And let's see. We are at 81 million now. And with the magnet in place, which honestly doesn't feel like it's doing much magneting, it's only 82 million. They are in the millions still, though. So we may hit like 1 billion. We have one... No, seems like we have 2 more levels to do. So with all the detectors, life is going to be a lot easier. Yeah, there's 2 more Last Crusade levels to do, and then we need to do some cleanup and get the 1 artifact that we missed on this, and the 1 red parcel that we missed here, and the 1 artifact that we missed there. And as far as this, did we miss any artifacts? Like, yeah, we missed an artifact for the hunt for Sir Richard, and we are good for everything else. Desert Ambush will be the next one we do, then Temple of the Grail, of course. In total, we only need 14 more gold chests, 2 more true adventures, and 3 more items. And let's see. As far as extras, we'll leave fertilizer on, and I'm gonna turn on poo treasures just to show. So when you see him, I don't know. Oh, poo treasures are when you ride an animal and you press B, they'll poop out treasure. So that's an extra that we probably won't ever see work. Yeah, that's what that one is. And then fertilizer is the one that sometimes makes the items, the studs or the seeds, look like brownish. Otherwise, we have all these other extras on. That's what we want. And we're good to go. We are now at 82 million studs, and that number is only going to go up higher and higher. And 88.6% done. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and watch every second of my videos. Also, comment. Let me know down here if you've been watching my whole series, did you feel like this episode lagged less than most? I suppose I kind of have that feeling. It maybe 1 or 2 lags, maybe 3 or 4 lags less. So we'll keep it with the way it's going. Also, though, let me know if the noise of the CPU fan bothered you, because this is a very vital bit of information. Because if I get feedback that says I can't hear the PC at all at that, then and I saw less lagging, then that maybe I'll play all games that way. Maybe I'll go back and try and play Resident Evil 5 or 6 or 4 and find out if they lag when everything is at 100%, or any other game I've seen that has lagged, if I can think of any other games that have lagged lately. On the other hand, if people say I saw no change in the lagging and I was super annoyed by the fans, let me have that feedback, because then I'll go, oh well, then I needed to go back to the way it is. Right now, I'm going to keep the fans where they are for Lego Indiana Jones, but for all other series, it's just going to go back to what it was. I was wrapping up. I've already asked you to like and share and everything. If you want to friend and follow me on anything, that's down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.